the deadlift. In this video, we're going to explore the historic exercise that works the lower body and the posterior chain. This exercise has been so popular, we see it in traditional media forms like SpongeBob here. It's gotten its popularity because of its utilitarianism. It helps build muscle, functional strength, and explosiveness. And because it's so popular, a lot of times we see horrible form, like this video here. However, in this video, we will show different variations in proper form, like Tamara Walcott, when she deadlifted 641 pounds, which was the women's elephant bar deadlift world record in 2022. So, what is the deadlift? It's a compound movement that uses multiple joints and multiple muscle groups. And it gets its name because essentially the movement is lifting up a quote-unquote dead weight from the floor and standing up with it. And as you see in the diagram above, many muscle groups are utilized during this exercise, such as the glutes, hamstrings, quads, lats, soleus, traps, forearms, obliques, etc. Another reason why the deadlift is a crucial exercise for all patients of all ages is because it helps train the hip hinge. And hip hinge is a movement pattern that we use every day. Obviously to pick things off the floor like we see in the deadlift, to sit down in a chair, and just to bend forward at the hips in general. Some warm-up exercises that can be done to practice the hip hinge and prime your muscles for the deadlift are hip hinges with bands. Two variations are seen in the video above. Correct form starts with the setup. As you see here, my shins are very close to the bar and the bar is hovering over my midfoot. My grip is a standard grip overhand, and my hips are hinged and my back is straight, with my eyes looking forward. Some other grip options are a hook grip, where you place your thumb first over the bar and wrap the rest of your fingers around it, and a mixed grip, where one hand is overhand and the other hand is grabbing the bar underhand. After the setup is complete, the next part of the movement is standing up. You want to make sure that your grip is taut against the bar and that your core is stabilized. But as you see here, a great cue for your clients is just standing up. Another popular variation of the deadlift is the RDL, the Romanian deadlift. Here, the setup can stay the same, or the setup can start from your barbell on plates or a rack elevated. The Romanian deadlift focuses more on the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. There's not as much quad recruitment. The neutral spine wants to stay the same, but instead of bending your legs, the legs will be straight. Your hips will first move back, really accentuating that hip hinge. Your trunk will lower until the bar reaches below the knee. There'll be a natural stopping point, and then you stand up per usual. The single leg Romanian deadlift, seen here being executed with a kettlebell, is another good way to work the glute and hamstring, isolate one side so you're focusing more on that muscle-mind connection, and adding balance can also incorporate the core more. The sumo deadlift is another popular variation. You'll see here the setup is quite different. The feet are spread further apart and the hands are gripping the bar in between the feet. The toes are also pointed outward. This variation works the quadriceps and the abductors, adductors, ADD, more than the glutes and hamstrings. The last variation that we cover in this video will be the deficit deadlift. As you see here, I'm elevated while standing on a couple of plates. This puts the deficit between myself and the bar at a greater angle if I was just standing on the floor. What this does is it increases the hip and knee flexion needed to return the bar to the floor. With deficit deadlifts, hip mobility, especially internal rotation, has to be pretty solid, or else when we're turning the bar to the floor, the back will begin to curve to make up for the lack of hip mobility. That's why if you're starting this exercise with clients who have never done this before, I suggest 1 to 2 plates max. In addition to the increased tension on the hip flexors, this also increases time under tension. So if you have a larger deficit, it'll take you longer to return the bar to the floor. Therefore, if you do, a set of 8 of these, your grip will really be burning, your traps will be burning, of course your lower extremities will be burning, but everything will be put under tension longer. Overall, the deadlift is a great compound exercise to use no matter the variation. Everyone should be deadlifting when safe and when accessible. This is a great movement that will help all people in all walks of life with daily activities.